What's up, guys? Joe Madden here for Picks and Parlays. Coming at you with a Thanksgiving matchup at 1 p.m. Eastern between the Detroit Lions welcoming in the Green Bay Packers. So Packers out here on the road, Lions at home, a spread of 2.5. Now, of course, the Lions are the 2.5-point favorite at home. This total sat at 48.5 at open. Some of the books have moved it up to 49 and some are up to 49.5. Now, if you like Detroit on the money line, they're minus 146. And if you think the Green Bay Packers are going to pull off that upset, they're coming in at plus 124. So a couple of trends to talk to on the favorites and on Matt LaFleur that we have to look at. So it's been Chalk City on Thanksgiving games. We have seen the favorite dominate on Thanksgiving Day, going 51-9 straight up and 40-20 against the spread. So definitely somewhere to point you towards the Detroit Lions at minus 146. They're too juicy for me on the money line, especially then when we have to take into consideration what Matt LaFleur has been able to do. We already know the Packers came out and dominate the Lions this season. But you also look at Matt LaFleur as an underdog. This is the first time the Green Bay Packers have been an underdog this season coming into this game. And under Matt LaFleur, the Green Bay Packers have gone 18-6-1 against the spread as an underdog of 3 or more points. Matt LaFleur is the only head coach in the Super Bowl era with a winning record as an underdog. So it's dangerous here to bet against the Packers in that dog position, but can you trust them at plus 124? Now, one thing the Lions are coming off that game in which the Giants pushed them into OT. They were able to get a comeback win, but I tell you, it looked like the Giants were going to dominate. I think the Detroit Lions were in a look-ahead situation for this Thanksgiving Day game. Now, Dan Campbell really has this team playing aggressive out there, and we have those trends towards the favorites. So we're going to get into my best bets in this one, but I'm looking for the Lions defense. They need to cause that havoc. They need to get to Jordan Love in this game. And if they're not able to do so, well, I think the Green Bay Packers could walk away with another win. They dominated the first meeting between these two teams. They won 5 of their last 7 games. But then my question mark is, how is Jordan Love's shoulder? Is he at the level that he needs to be at to come out and beat the Lions for the second time this season? It's a lot to ask for a team. Now, the NFC North, this is a rivalry game between these two teams. If things finish before this Thanksgiving Day game, the Bears, well, they would take the NFC North. The Bears leading the NFC North right now with 8 wins and 3 losses. The Packers rolling in 7-3-1, while the Lions are 7-4. So I quickly touched on Jordan Love. I'm not sure if his shoulder is 100%. He does have a passing prop of 232.5. I can't touch it. He's averaging right on 232.7 passing yards per game this season. He's been able to hit over this number in 5 of his 11 opportunities, 45.5%. And I do think Love has every ability to sling the ball in this game. But if that shoulder isn't 100%, we're not going to see that out of him. I do think we see him pass off the ball. When we look at Jared Goff, there's no denying how solid he is out there on the field. I do think Jared Goff's passing prop is one that you want to look at. Goff has a passing prop of 238.5. His rushing prop is a half a yard. We know Goff doesn't really use his legs much out there. Jared Goff is averaging 251.7 passing yards per game. He's gone over his prop in this game of 238.5 in 6 of his 11 opportunities. And he's also had a passing touchdown in all 11 games this season with multiple touchdowns in 7 of them. I am looking for Jared Goff to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns as well as go over his 238.5 passing yards. Now, there's no denying what Gibbs is able to do out there on the field. He's coming off a fantastic game versus the New York Giants. Now, in the first meeting with the Green Bay Packers, we did see Gibbs be locked down by the defense, but I think in this game, you got to look for him to have that bounce back versus the Packers defense. He has a rushing prop sitting at 74.5, and I will gladly take that to the over, but you could also look at his rushing and receiving. He does have a receiving prop of 28.5, and I'm comfortable combining the two. You have Gibbs rolling in, averaging 86.5 rushing yards per game. I was a little shocked his number was 74.5, but I do think that is because of what we saw out of him in the first game versus the Packers, where the Packers were able to stop him. When we move over to the touchdown market, Both Gibbs and Josh Jacobs are the odds-on favorite to get in the end zone, with Gibbs for the Detroit Lions coming in at minus 190. You guys, it's way too highly juiced. And Josh Jacobs for the Green Bay Packers at minus 145. Now, interesting to note here on Gibbs, he has been able to get 4 games with multiple touchdowns on the board. So if you trust him to get 2 here versus the Green Bay Packers, he's coming in at plus 330. I get a little nervous taking those multiple touchdown props. I think it's hard for these players to get. I would look further down the list if you're looking at both of these teams for these anytime touchdowns. Okay, so where are we going to go with some bets in this game? I have to lay the 2.5 with the Detroit Lions. I love the trends of a home favorite on Thanksgiving Day, and I do think the Lions have every ability to get revenge off that first loss to the Green Bay Packers. Short week here, quick turnaround, divisional matchup. I got to lay the 2.5. I just love Detroit's ability at home. Since last season, this team is 11-3, straight up at home, averaging 34.7 points per game. So looking at that total, you guys, the Detroit Lions offense has been firing, especially at home. We look at them over the last couple of seasons at home and the amount of points they are able to put up. But then we also can take into consideration what the Green Bay Packers have been able to do out there on the road. Looking at their past 4 road games, the Green Bay Packers have averaged 32.3 points across those last 4 road games. And Jordan Love has been quite impressive. And I know I question his shoulder in this one, but I do expect him to be able to answer back when Jared Goff converts those touchdowns. So let's build a nice little same game parlay, focusing on these quarterbacks, both over 1.5 passing touchdowns. If you're looking at combining the two, it's coming in at plus 178. It is pick some parlays. Why not have a little bit of fun out there? Jared Goff's number solo is laying minus 158 for the over 1.5 passing touchdowns, while Jordan Love is coming in at minus 112. But I do think both of these quarterbacks have every possibility of going over the 1.5 passing touchdowns, converting at least 2 passing touchdowns for us. Love has thrown a touchdown 8 times this season in 11 games played, including multiple touchdowns 5 times. When we look at Jared Goff, he has a passing touchdown in all 11 games this year, with multiple passing touchdowns in 7 of them. So both quarterbacks have every ability, and especially in a rivalry game here, they're going to answer back. I just don't see this one playing out that lower scoring game. I think Thanksgiving Day, we're going to have a bang between both of these teams. I know on short weeks, we see that trend to the lower scoring games, but I can't see it between 2 aggressive offenses out here. So this should be a great day out there for Thanksgiving on the football field. Let me know what you're liking between these 2 teams, the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Now we have to talk the special going on at picksandparlays.net. You guys don't want to miss out on it. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday rolled into one. Up until midnight on Cyber Monday, get 33% off your entire cart. Everything that you can load into that cart with promo code THANKS33. It's our biggest site-wide sale savings of the year. That's everything included. That's daily picks, best bets, full season packages, all access subscriptions, flex plans, pick your teams, already discounted specials and promos, every sport, every handicapper, every package. No limits, no exclusions, no minimums. Load your cart today, apply THANKS33, and grab the biggest savings of the years before the sale ends Monday at midnight. You guys, THANKS33, 33% off everything over on picksandparlays.net. So make sure you head on over and check that out. Now, I'm going to be coming at you with some more Thanksgiving Day videos, breakdowns. So make sure you do join me here. Hit that notification button so you know when they drop. And until next time, you guys, stay hot. Let's make some freaking money. Happy Thanksgiving as well to each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful time with your friends and family enjoying these games. Also, let me know what's for dessert on Thanksgiving. What's a typical American dessert on Thanksgiving Day? I'm up here in Canada. We already had our Thanksgiving, but guess what? I'm celebrating yours as well. I will be having a turkey. I'll be having some, I don't know if I'll have dessert. Maybe not. Let me know what you guys make for dessert, and then maybe I'll decide if I make some too. You guys, until next time, stay hot. Let's make some freaking money. Cheers.